The fellow who runs the Geneva Concours, John Barrett, is quite busy on the day of the show. After a few days of rest, I met John at the corner of 3rd and Fulton.
There's just a lot of people. There's over 100 volunteers involved in the show. We have from the week before the show, there's a lot of work that goes on here on the site in preparation. The day of the show, early in the morning, there's a lot of work done by our logistics crew that can't be done until the streets are closed, which the police department does in the middle of the night. So they're out here very early in the morning doing the setup. We have crew in the parking lot down below helping the participants unload their cars from their trailers. 6 o'clock in the morning, our block teams show up. Each of these block teams is a crew of at least 3 with a block captain. We have golf cart drivers who their initial job is to help the participants find their parking places, and then they work with the judging teams. Each judging team has a golf cart to help them get around the venue to the various cars that they're judging. We have a registration team that works with the participants when they arrive to help them process their registration. We have a concierge crew that does all of the meal ordering for the participants and the volunteers, and brings that in from the catering company and provides those services. We have a crew that their main job is to run the parade, work out the timing of the parade. That happens in the middle of the afternoon. Our logistics crew is out here at 2 o'clock. Once again, they're setting up this intersection right here. It changes from a part of the show itself into a stage. We have a victory arch. We have grandstands that have to be put in place, a stage for our Bob Joint, who is our MC for the award ceremony. They get all of that done in a very short time. And then we have, as I said before, our parade crew is at work in the background, marshaling the cars, getting them ready for the parade, and the parade comes down Fulton Street here to the stage in the center of the intersection. The awards are awarded, and then they go across the intersection over into that area over there for photo opportunities and to bask in the glory of receiving a Benz Award. At 4 o'clock, that award ceremony is over and we're out here cleaning up. We have until 6 o'clock. All of us, every one of those people that's volunteering that's involved during the day is out here helping clean up, and we're out of here by 6 because the streets open again. At 6 you wouldn't know that we were here.
Oh, go ahead. No, What do we got here?
Well, we got a 1963 Cheetah. You know, it was in a field in Portland, Oregon, and then it was taken to a business called Thunder Ranch in San Diego, where it started the restoration, but they were intimidated by the amount of work, so they just stopped doing it. I bought it from the gentleman who had it at Thunder Ranch. We brought it to Illinois. Didn't really know what it was. We knew it was a cheetah body. We knew that there was some original parts on it. We can't prove the provenance of the car, but we seem to think by all the indications that it was a drag race, a body that was on a drag racer called Instant Motion in California in 1963. Someday I'm going to see if I can prove that out to be 100% correct. But we brought it back to road racing trim. It's been a lot of fun. It hasn't raced since 2005. And in 2005 was voted best race car at Elkhart Lake at the big historic meet there. I built most of the car, most of the parts myself on the car, because all it was a body and the tubes of the chassis. We had to actually make the windows ourselves. All the aluminum under the hood and on the interior I made from scratch myself. The body, we found a lot of additions to the body over the years, so we cut away all the additions that were on it. And when we found out, you know, what was left, it actually looked like an original fiberglass Trends Cheetah, who most people say built bodies for Bill Thomas in the day. So we're pretty confident what the car is, but we can't prove it, and it's just been a lot of fun. It races fairly successfully. It's a middle of the pack kind of car. We don't pretend it's going to be a world beater, but it's a whole lot of fun. It's got a 383 stroker Chevy small block in it. Right now it's got Weber carburation, and we're thinking of possibly changing over to either 3 deuces or dual quads. This winter we're going to go through the car one more time. We're going to race it again at Elkhart Lake at the big historic, the Kohler International Challenge next year. My driver is kind of famous. I don't drive the car myself. My driver is a fellow named Mike Argetsinger, whose father was one of the fellows who founded Watkins Glen Racetrack in, out east. He actually brought Formula One to this country. Michael himself was a Formula One and a pro driver for many years. He doesn't drive professionally anymore, but he enjoys the ride in this car, so we're always happy to give it to him. Matter of fact, Michael Argetsinger just wrote a book about Mark Donohue, so a little plug for Michael here. He wrote a great book about Mark Donohue that he had a book signing for at Elkhart Lake this year. So he's looking forward to driving it next year. We're going to change the carburation more than likely. Other than that, new set of brake pads and a fresh set of tires, and I think we're ready to go.
Good luck with this.
Thank you.